Cancer, welcome to your reading for April 6th through the 12th, or whenever you find it. And today I am going to be using my Carolyn Miss archetype cards. If you've never heard of these cards, they are two-sided with a light attribute and a shadow attribute. And archetypes are things that we connect to, kind of descriptions of different types of people or states of being, mother, child, trickster, servant, things like that. And so I don't want to talk too much about that. I do have the booklet in case I need it right here. We're also going to do a romance oracle. I don't do those very often. Pisces reading was incredibly insightful, and because of the sheer range of cards I have here with the energy oracle and the archetype and then the romance oracle, I was a little apprehensive that the messages would be just kind of all over the place, but it was a very coherent message. And look what just popped out for you, Cancer. You could be dealing with a soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Soulmates do not have to be romantic. They can be your children, a friend, something like that. So I kind of feel like soulmates, yes, that's a good energy, but sometimes soulmates can have a difficult road and they may not be able to function as well as they could have, because even if I don't know if you believe in contracts or having certain things set out for you, soul missions, things you want to learn and accomplish in this earthly realm. It could be even if you had a soul contract with this person, things may not turn out exactly the way you expected, or even them. So we have a shadow attribute here. This is orphan child. So I have to turn it here to read this, and this could be you or them. Shadow attribute, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. And this is a tough one to deal with, the orphan, but it does tell you the light attributes here, which is independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. And so I'm going to leave it upright here because we do want to focus on the light attributes, even though this came up in the shadow. So like I said, this could be something you're working on or they are working on, some type of abandonment. And that is, I'm going to tell you, that's a tough one. That is a super tough one that comes about when our families just don't, you don't feel like they cherish you. You don't feel like you belong. Some of you truly are orphans. And the orphan thing can come about, I'm going to say this, sometimes it's through bad parenting, but sometimes it's through no fault of their own. Sometimes a parent or a caregiver can be taken away from you by illness, accidents, things like that, and it can still leave you feeling orphaned or abandoned. So, I mean, it happens unintentionally sometimes, but you still have to deal with that sense of emptiness that goes along with it. And it could be some of you may have been orphaned by a soulmate in some way, whether intentional or not intentional. I was kind of orphaned in a way as a child because my mom, when I was 1, went to prison. So that leaves a hole, made it really bad choices, I'm telling you. So we have fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. This is your throat chakra. It's about speaking the truth and communication with this soulmate. Now, possibly you're here with this person together to help navigate these tough feelings of abandonment. And that can really manifest in really detrimental ways as you get older, because there is a wound there. Your subconscious, I think, really searches out people that will abandon you to deal with that. It's a vicious cycle. And so we have the Hierophant, some Taurus energy, Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior, and the High Priestess. We have you here, Cancer. Sometimes I'm like, I forget which thing I'm on. I'm on you, Cancer. Yes, yes, yes. So you're here. That's good. That is very good. Your soulmate might be a Taurus. You might have Taurus in your chart somewhere. I do get a feeling that this was because the Hierophant talks about higher learning, and there does seem to be an element here of this being a lesson, probably a soul contract that you wanted to explore here. Oh, look at that. Seven of Swords. Someone sneaking away. This is that energy of someone abandoning the battlefield, sneaking away. What is it? MIA? Or even not even MIA, like whenever AWOL, you know? Wow. Yeah, that's coming out. I'll be out to go get some milk and then never return, right? One of those kind of things. Two of Swords and Eight of Cups. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our bonus cards. I'm just going to pull from my stackaroo over here randomly. I didn't see what it was. Did you see? I didn't see it. Hold on. I want to put this one underneath here. This is my island time. These cards are, some of them are really good and some of them are terrible. That's why I don't use them very often. Oh, okay. We got love calls showing up. I'm not going to talk about it yet. We'll get there. Someone's trying to reach out to you, whether you want them to or not. Sometimes it's the not, right? And we're going to pull an extra tarot. And let me know in the comments what you think it's going to be. We're going to look at it at the end of the reading. See if you can guess what it is. Bam, bam, bam. So I'm going to just take this one right off the top. I'm going to put it right here. All right, we'll look at those at the end. My chair is making groaning sounds. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay. All right, so we have the Hierophant. Okay. So there was someone you trusted here. Probably could have been a parent, some kind of caregiver that, I don't feel like they were there for you when you were a child. They weren't there. They kind of snuck away in the night, very literally. They could have been there when you went to sleep, and when you woke up in the morning, gone. And there go, boom, abandonment. So was either you or them, your soulmate. If this story is resonating with you, I think this happened probably when you were a child. Could have been. I'm getting that energy here. Someone that you looked up to, someone that you expected to learn from, have experiences with, because this man here is passing on his knowledge and experience to the kids, because that's what parents are supposed to do. Because I feel like this is a very, we have child orphan. Yeah. So I do feel like this is probably some kind of abandonment when you were a child, or it feels that way, right? Whether your parent, um, passed away in an accident or from illness, or ended up, going to jail or something like that for bad decisions. It happens to a lot of people. And like the Seven of Swords isn't always like a bad card. The story with him is that he is stealing the swords from the battlefield so they can't be used against him, but because this reading is what it is, I think we have to face the truth here with that fifth chakra, and that they were just kind of doing what they wanted to do just for themselves. Very selfish kind of person is what I'm getting. They just didn't want to be tied down. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good energy. It's not a good energy. So you may not even know this person very well. Um, the soulmate that we're looking at here, if this is the one that happened to do you wrong, like I said, I don't know if this is your soul contract. It could have been meant to happen this way, to learn lessons together, which is really tough to admit to, you know. But sometimes that's kind of what's happening when you're really closely connected with someone. Wow. And so whew, I think this really puts you in a Nine of Wands mentality for your life. Or this is your person. It could be coming out for them, but this could be you. It could be both of you, honestly. Um, the Nine of Wands has been through a whole lot. Their wounds have healed, but the scars are still there. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility here for different types of PTSD in your life, depending on the types of, I don't know, things you've been through. Because this type of abandonment here, like I said, it can facilitate the wrong kind of relationships later in life. Um, Having confused thinking, possibly not going with your gut here, because we have the Two of Swords crossing the Nine of Wands. This Nine of Wands has firm boundaries, has learned the hard way, really. The Nine of Wands. It's been a hard road. They've learned the hard way of who they can trust and who they can't trust. There's an element still here of not trusting your intuition. Yep, it's showing up. Not trusting your intuition. And, it's tough because if you were orphaned, and it's saying that some of you were, it can cause you to doubt yourself, your self-worth. you know you trusted someone, how can you trust someone else, and just all kinds of things. But there's good news. There's good news. I knew this was going to be a tough set of readings, but sometimes we just gotta do it. We gotta peel back the layers of the onion. You're showing up here as a high priestess in future energy, or still could be your now energy. You could already be here. People are at different stages of this transformation, this path. And so the high priestess, you're going from not really trusting your intuition and kind of being on guard and very anxious, to being very insightful, very knowing, being able to share your experiences with others, and helping others too, because that's what this tarot reader is doing. She's using her intuition now as a guide, as a gift. And look at that. So you have this great, vast, unlimited potential here with the high priestess, and your intuition just really being off the charts, connected with spirit. And this energy of knowing when to walk away from things if it's not good for you. Just straight up, I'm out. I'm not going to mess with this anymore. That's what I'm getting here. You just don't have time for it, right? You just don't have time for it. And whether or not the person that abandoned you as a soulmate, they could be. They could be. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be romantic. It doesn't always have to be, a great soulmate. But you came here to experience something together, and maybe it was something tough. If you think about it, if you're going to experience something really, really hard and traumatic. Who do you want to experience that with? Your bestest friend, or someone you don't know? If I look at it like that, if you're thinking about, say there's a room full of souls that haven't incarnated and they're sitting around planning lives and stuff like that, right? If we were to take this really literal, and you've got this best bud, this soulmate that you've incarnated and done all kinds of experienced things with, done things with, and you're wanting to tackle something like this abandonment, this really tough thing. You could be talking to each other on that other side about the what ifs and how things could happen and play out. Someone you trust on the other side. I'm not saying here, you know, that's one way of dealing with it. But the tough thing is walking away from them and leaving them behind. You know, that's just wild for me to think about it like that. But I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's like, look, I'm going to be a total jerk to you this time around. You're like, okay, all right, I got it. You're going to really let me have it. Yeah, I am. I'm going to really stick it to you. But, did we agree to this? Maybe. Trink of five, manifesting money and income. That's a side message. It's not what this is about. But, I want to say about that, though, you don't have to be a good person with a complete, clean slate soul to manifest a fortune or money. I think we all know that, right? You know, I, you know, if people are having trouble manifesting, it's because something is not in alignment with what they want. What they want isn't wanting them. That kind of thing, because it's a two-way. The manifestation is a two-way thing. So the people that are really diabolical and not so great, they're in alignment with what they want because they're giving some type of service or something that other people want too. It doesn't have to be a great person. So you have love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. I'm going to tell you, this soulmate of yours on the other side, in their pure form, they do love you. It may not be seen or shown, or you may never know it here in this earthly realm. Oh, look at that gavel. Involvement with the law. This person, they're a thief of some kind, a real thief. They probably are in jail right now. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. That's good. And for you, Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. And I can see why. You want to surround yourself with people that cherish you and love you. Holy smokes, you guys. All right, so this is our bonus tarot. Mm-mm-mm. Man, the stuff we go through here on this planet, it's nuts. So, golly, a wish will be granted. I don't know. Let's just see what it is. If you have any ideas what this is, put it in the comments below. Let's see if you can get it right. I don't even know. I don't know. Is it an ace of some kind? I don't know. Oh, it is an ace. It's an ace of cups. It's a new beginning in love. Maybe you're wishing for love, the right kind of love, you know? I mean, you can have love for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, we have that issue here of seeking inappropriate surrogate families and, relationships and things like that. So just make sure that, this new beginning, this open heart that you have right now, Cancer, it's open to the right kind of energy. someone you wouldn't normally probably be attracted to, right? That's hard to say. It's hard to do that. That's hard to do that. But look, the universe is offering it to you if you want it. I feel like it's a gift. This is a gift. You might be getting a gift from someone. And I think, you deserve it. You've been through a lot here. Yeah. Is this your wish? It might be coming true for some of you. You know what? This is a wish. If you think about this, this is your heart's desire right here. This Ace of Cups, and the universe is handing it to you. So, whatever your sincere wish is right now, Cancer, I think you'll get it. Just be careful what you wish for, right? Okay, Cancer, that's all the messages I'm getting for you right now. Very intense reading. I hope it's, helped. And thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.